Hello, Tyler Barnes here. So, I figured this will be something I do every now and then, just to explain where my channel's at and where it's going and where my projects are. So, I've been taking old videos off of my computers and hard drives and putting them onto my new channel and promoting them. It's interesting to look back at the last 10 years I have worked making film and realizing that a lot of the material I've made shouldn't be on YouTube. Not just an identity thing, but also copyright infringement and other things. And if I'm going to monetize, I really have to minimalize the amount of copyright material. So I'm probably going to end up getting a string of these skits that I've made over the years and hosting a screening, which should be fun. I was thinking like 10 years of shit or something like that. But as far as the channel's going in that regard, it's going very well. The project I'm working on, Mindcraft. I interviewed a good friend of mine, Caesar, known for a while, who just came back from Mexico. Did a really good interview with him and got him excited about the project. He talked me into trying to interview some preachers on Georgia and Granville. That went well, except you can't hear anything in the interview, but you can hear the preaching, which makes me think of faith healing. And I might do a segment on faith healing in Mindcraft, because faith and other such modes of healing can be very effective. So that's good. Also, did another interview with a good friend of mine, Chad, who had a lot of really good stuff to say, but because of the environment we were in, the interview itself turned out really bad. So that's something that I'm going to have to redo probably next Monday. I've been filming a lot of time lapse. I'm going to use it as cutaways in the documentary, but also in a music video I'm making for a song off my newest album, Climax. That'll be good. I'm juxtaposing ants crawling out of the ground with humans running around doing the whole rat race thing. So that took some time, and I'm really concerned about release forms when there's like thousands of people in these videos. I think if they're on screen for less than a minute or a second and a half, then it's okay. Or there's some loophole there that I should be taking advantage of. I want to do everything as correctly as possible in this channel. Fresh start and all that. So that's something I definitely got to analyze before I start putting stuff up. As far as music's going, I recorded a song that we haven't done video for, but it's more of a trip hop song, heavily influenced by death metal and dark synth music. So that's a project going on that starts out unplugged and will end up being full throttle death metal dark synth. So that's where that project's going. I'm really excited about that. I have an interview today with a good friend of mine, Matt, and it's about anxiety. And I'm sure the interview itself is making me anxious. Matt's a great guy, but he really pays too much attention to detail, which I might be able to use and put a spin on, because anxiety is not, it's very serious and it's debilitating, and people just don't get it unless you have it, and it's not something you want to have. It's horrible. It's a nightmare, as he puts it. So that's an interview I'm looking forward to, but if it falls through, I can always get some more time lapse. I need a lot for the music video. I think I'm about a third of the way through, and it takes about 10 minutes a clip, and I've only got like 10 clips, so that's a lot of time. And my computer's filling up, and I'm trying to get the hard drives off my old computer hooked up to my new computer so that I have the extra terabytes of space. But yeah, when you're working with time lapse and all my old time lapse clips aren't transferring correctly. But all in all, things are looking really good. I've got interviews set up with some people in Mexico, also a couple people out here. The Mexican ones are going to be a challenge because of translation. I have one person who can do the translation orally, or we can do subtitles. Either way, it's going to be some work, and it's going to be over Skype. So these are all interesting things. I really hope you guys are excited. You know, stay tuned, because there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming out, and I want you guys all to see it. And you know, this is just me sharing, and hopefully it works out and I can monetize it. But my first goal is just to help people, because I know how these interviews on camera can be stressful, but once you get into it, forget about the camera, you'll see that it's very therapeutic. I mean, it's one thing to talk to one person, but this camera, you're talking to everybody who watches, and it's a big deal, and these issues should be acknowledged. So hope you like my update. I'm going to keep doing them. Live long and prosper. I love all of you guys, and yeah, take care of yourself. Thank you for your time.